Good evening, everyone. By the way, warm welcome to all of you for the webinar on Master's Education in Netherlands. Pleasure to have you here. So, as usually, let's not waste much of our time just knowing about decibels or like knowing about all these things and why. So, I think you all know that's why you are here. So, definitely, it is to bring a real insights of experiences of students or graduates who have done the masters, that those things can actually help the aspiring participants who are willing to plan for masters. That's the whole thing, and quite a very the specific thing is something that a consultancy doesn't tell you, right? So that's the way the whole thing is sort of conceptualized, to get sort of give you a first-hand experience and first-hand exposure that this is how things can be when you plan your masters. With that direction of it, as we had two of our sessions in the past, we had one delivered by Akash on masters in UK, and we have one delivered by Venu, masters in Sweden, and we have one delivered by Mr. Prasanna today on masters in Netherlands. A bit about Prasanna. So Prasanna is M.Sc in Automotive Engineering from Hans University, Han University of Applied Science, Sciences in Netherlands. So Prasanna has been a graduate in mechanical engineering. So he have taken up the master's after his graduation in mechanical engineering and studied there, and also he has worked in Netherlands. That's an amazing part of it. So he completed education. He also have work experience, and currently Prasanna is also one of the lead consulting member at Decibels, carrying out future activities such as autonomous driving with certain areas with Decibels. So that's a small, very small intro about Prasanna. So and he today Prasanna would be covering majorly on the topics about maybe in terms of documentation which is required for masters, and also like the lifestyle over there, and the slightly on the perspectives of opportunities and things like that. So that's with all that interest. Over to you, Prasanna, to take high the session and to have a great interactive one with all the participants today. And over to you, Prasanna. Thank you.
Thank you, Suraj. Thank you. Hello, everyone. Today we are going to discuss on M.Sc in Netherlands, which is nowadays like it has become a like interest for everyone to do the masters after the BTech. So today I'm going to cover majorly three topics. One is like how to choose the universities, and second one is like okay, after choosing university, what will be the application process, and like I will tell you in general like how all the application process goes in the Europe. And then lastly, I will tell about the Netherlands culture, our country, about people, so on. Yeah, so let's start. So basically, like once we complete the bachelor's, so there will be a big question mark in my mind. So the questions will be like, okay, what to do? Do I need to do the jobs and then again do the masters, or just like should I just directly join the masters after the BTech? Then like if you consider the some countries like Germany, sorry, Germany or like France, they need at least like basic level of language, which is like A1 level. And like whether I should go for that, like how much time does it take? Yeah, there will be so many questions will be in the mind. So let's discuss one by one. So first, like how to choose the university and the place. Basically, most of the students like they choose the university based on their interest and even a course demand in the market. For example, everyone knows that in the Europe, automotive is one of the like top course you can say. If you go to again US, then there will be a mechanical engineer. So yeah, it's different on different countries. So some people choose based on their passion because for them like they want to go in automotive no matter what. But some people see the demand in market. For example, right now for the electric vehicles, there are so many different courses apart from the automotive system engineering. For example, there may be embedded systems, or they might be designing, or they might be control systems. Yeah, so based on these two parameters, most of the people choose like which one will be the better and which one will be the like, yeah, at the end it's up to their interest. So basically I will choose the university first. So if you I will tell about my own experience. So after my completion of the BTech, I decided that okay, I want to pursue a master's. So there was a big question in me, like whether I should have a job experience or I should directly join the university. So at that moment, like I had enough knowledge of like asking about the seniors and all. Came to a conclusion that like I'm not going to do the job and directly going to join the masters, because there will be like two advantages. One advantage is like if you go without job, there will be like it'll be lack of industrial exposure. But if you go after the job, then it'll be like you'll have a better idea like how the real time industries work, how the like automotive industry works, like the process of the working in the companies and all. Because basically the one common thing about the masters doing outside the India is like, okay, everyone expects there will be some practical background where you'll be exposure to the industry, whichever it might be, mechanical, automobile, civil, whatever. Yeah, so they expect that one. So I suggest if you have practical experience, that would be a great, that will not face a problems. Not like I can't say exactly problems, will not face a much difficulties in doing that one. So yeah, so then I had applied for the three universities, two countries, Germany and Netherlands. Of course, Germany is it is the automotive hub in the Europe, and most of the countries, like most of the companies, are placed in the Germany itself. But the basic requirement of Germany is that there should be a compulsory language requirement. So yeah, even I have done the German language up to B1 level. And then but my intention was to, no matter what, I want to go with the vehicle automotive system engineering branch, not like any embedded or control or design, something like that. So I stick to that plan, like whatever it is, I want to go with automotive engineering. So I chose the three universities. One is Esslingen University, Germany, and one is Aachen University, and then one is the An Automotive, and one more is the in the Delft there is a course called vehicle engineering. So total four university I chosen. But among these, I got admission from the TU Delft and the An University, and I didn't get admission from the German universities, because like they were expecting the language level of B2. Nowadays they have, I mean, it has increased. So yeah, I got admission from the An University. So as soon as I got the admission, so next, like how the application process goes. So before applying for the universities, what are documents is required, grades, statement of purpose, letter of recommendations, and so on. So what I did is like before finding the universities, I just stick to the course like I want to do automotive. So based on that, I filter the which all colleges available. As I mentioned, like in Germany, two colleges, in Netherlands, two college. Then after filtration, I just gone through the what all documents is required and what all the grades. For example, for the An Automotive and the TU Delft, the IELTS grade is 6, and for Esslingen and for other in German, Aachen, the IELTS score required is 6. So in the Europe, basically the IELTS is required for each and every college, no matter what. But the minimum score which they required is 6, and the some universities prefer 6.5. So yeah, it depends on university. And like main intention, the main reason why they you might get a admit from the universities, everything depends on the statement of purpose and the grades of the bachelor which you got. So for example, like okay, I was applying for the automotive system engineering. So I had made a statement of purpose in such a way that like, okay, what all the experience, practical experience, industry experience, internships, projects I had in the BTech with respect to automotive. So I had given a brief introduction of those. And guys, SOP should be like not more than like one page, because it's more than one page, people don't like to read that one. So it's just in a short brief introduction, I had made a SOP, and of course letter of recommendation I got from my principal and HOD of the mechanical. So and yeah, and we need a transcript of the BTech. So basically these are the important documents which they accept. And the last one is like CV. So like in the CV, like they don't want to like uh, see the non-curricular activities, like I did that fest, I did this fest, I was that, I was this. Rather than they expect to see that, okay, what projects you have done, like what internships you have done, and what are the subjects which you are in interested. It's not like that yeah, everyone knows that in BTech we study like around like 10-15 subjects, but like they want to see which subjects you are interested and what makes you the interest. So basically, these are the application process which goes. So once you filter the colleges, then you can just go to the college website and you can go through the what all documents required. Everything will be explained in the website, grades and all. Then statement of purpose, as I mentioned, it should be written one page, and it should be only about the projects, internships, and the exposure to the industries. So okay, after application, like okay, now you choose the university. So how to confirm that university is good or not, or like you might be bluffing. I mean, you never know, because some people just post anything on the website. Just you can't trust, right? We are going one country to the other country, we can't just say that okay, this university might be good, So basically, based on my experience, what I did is like first I went to the research on college projects. So what are the research projects they are going to college? I mean, what are the professors up to what level, their experiences and all. And next, secondly, talk to the people, seniors or ongoing batch students. And actually, this is the difficult task for you people to decide based on the talking with the seniors or the students which they are studying right now, because everyone says they're according to their experience. I will say my own experience. I talked to around like 10 people from my university. Some people say our university is very, very bad. Don't come. They do racist, blah, blah, and all. And some people say that it's really a good university. We learn a lot. You will get a different exposure and everything. But guys, trust me, in the end, like you should take a decision based on like seeing everything. But I took decision based on the college project which they're going and the staffs which they have in the college, because we have such a good staff. Still, I remember one of the person called Professor Dr. Peter Messman. They call him the god of the engine in the Europe. Mercedes you take, BMW, Sweden, Volvo, Scania, whichever big companies they call him, and they just for to check the like whether it's working. You just see that and he will tell that okay, what's the problem. He's famously known as the god of the engine. So I'm so glad that studying under him, and like seriously he has a like such a wonderful like how to teach the students and how to make them understand. Yeah, he has a really good background. So I was impressed by him. And one more, like in the vehicle dynamics, madam professor a madam called as a Saskia Monsma. She is the like expert in tires. Currently, the what all the Apollo tires are in the market throughout the world is designed by her. So she has that much of experience. So by seeing these two professors, so and the research projects which they are going on, like powertrain, the one of the interesting project which I like impressed was throughout the Europe, in the Netherlands, from the Aan University, they have made the first fuel cell electric vehicle, and still it's there and it's working. Throughout the Europe, they are the first college which they did that. And apart from all these projects and everything, like of course Germany and Aachen, they are also top colleges. But if you compare to Aachen, Esslingen, Aan universities, and vehicle engineer, which is some colleges in the Sweden, and one of the colleges in Delft. By seeing all this, Aan university has the research laboratory. None other college has the research laboratory. Of course, they do the research, but they have the research labs. They have like one big room of engines and like BMW cars they have and everything they have. That what makes me interest to go on that. So just I decided I will go that. And yeah, this is the process which I went, and based on that I choose the Aan university. Of course I not got admission from the Germany's, but I got admission from the Delft and Aan university. So I choose the Aan university. So this is about the overall, like how to choose the university and how to do the background check. And of course there's a Facebook groups where you can connect to the people, and there will be a lot of posts like commenting on that. So you can go through that, so that you will get an idea like how it will be now. So next, moving next topic, I'm going to talk is the about the education system in the Netherlands. And first, I will start with the education system at my university, on, and then I will tell in general in the Netherlands. So of course, as we are moving one country to the other country, and definitely there is a lot of difference between the Indian education and the education which is there in the Europe, or you can say, yeah, I can say only Europe because I know about Europe. Basically in India what we study is everything about theory. There are like very few universities where they teach about the practical, but in general everything goes for theory. But if you go to the Europe, there everything will be practical based. They don't care about the numerical problems, they don't care about the formulas, they don't care about what will be the final value if you're solving up for problems. They just want how you tackle with the problems and how you solve the problems rather than how you will get the answer. So that what's like that's a completely different teaching compared to India. That's very important for everyone before going to the masters, because it's my own experience. Like I had not actually I had gone by myself and not to the consultancies, so I did enough research. But somewhere I felt I like to do research on this part, because what I felt is like, okay, I did my bachelor's, like yeah, I can study, I can do, and I have good grades, and so I thought I can make it. But after going there, everything will be like practical based. Even in the exams, the questions will be like it's a real time questions. Like suppose for example, if you're traveling, if you consider two-wheeler dynamics, if you're traveling, what happens if you apply right brake, left brake? So it's interesting. What makes me while answering the exam was like, you'll just imagine the things how it happens. Okay, then oh, I was driving like this, so this happens. Yeah. So that's the best thing about the Netherlands. Sorry, about the doing masters in Europe. So, and it's like teaching type is like at my university is everything practical, and whatever the projects we have done, it might be from the day one until to the 2 years of courses, everything is a real time project. Everything, it might be a small project and it might be a big project. Initially at the first beginning of the month, we are the projects in the group, and slowly as we go on to the sem third and sem fourth, then the projects will be like individual or like maximum two people. So best thing about those is like we have to develop the model in the software called MATLAB, and everything will be developed in MATLAB, and we have to compare the results with the simulation results. And simulation results is not just like they will give you the results. You need to go there and you need to do like real time. You need to get the data real time. I can say one of my projects where like we need to see the tire characters of the BMW 3 series, where we have a car in the college. So we need to develop the single track model, which is basically about the vehicle dynamics of the car. So in order to do that, we literally did a test. We draw like BMW, whatever the test procedure was there, we draw that personally, and we see the how it experience. Yeah. So what I mean is, this is the best thing about the at my college, where like everything was the real time. So there was not like they just do the models and just get the results and go on. So next, moving to the assignments and projects. Okay, as I said, this like initially it will be in the group, and slowly as you move on individually, and all the supervisor and professor, they will make sure that like whatever the problem you are facing, they will help you. But yeah, like they before like joining the masters, what they expected at my college was at least I'm pro at the basic level. So it's not like that they will not teach the basics. For example, it might be a MATLAB, or for example it might be the vehicle dynamics or powertrain simulations, whatever. So at least I should know the basic. It's not like that they will teach from the slowly. So, and some of the at my college MATLAB, during my batch they used to teach from the basic. But from this I mean from last 2 years, they are like making it a requirements for the students. They should know the MATLAB rather than wasting on the time and them. So you can see the requirements how they'll be in the college website that they get it. So yeah, and yeah, individually like suppress help. And but here the question comes again, like if okay, you are doing some projects, you are stuck, and you are like, hey, so I'm not getting results, what I should do? If you ask like this, no one, literally no one will help you. Even if you cry, even if you do anything, no one will help you. But if you go with, okay, I have done like this, so this might be I'm getting stuck at this place, I've tried this way, I'm getting this way. If you go with some two or three solutions, it might be not, I mean, it might be not completely related to whatever research you have done, but you have to come up with something. That's the best part I felt about my college. Because like as we Indians, we have knowledge like during my bachelor's, even I did, even you people might have faced this one. Okay, if you face any problem like anything, they'll just tell, okay, do this. But if in at the university, at my university, like our university, if they're trying to literally help you. So that this is the main thing in the industry. When you go outside the college, in the industry, people whoever it is, they expect something from you. It's not like that they will do the spoon feeding. They'll expect something from you with some solutions. Maybe they can help you solution among two to three solutions, but you should go with something research. It's not like that just blankly go and say, okay, it's not coming. So that's the best part I liked. And about the evaluation of exams, and in Europe compulsory there will be a thesis for all the universities. In the US we don't have a thesis, but in Europe, yeah, definitely we have a thesis. So like how do they evaluate the thesis or exams, whatever? It's like based on what? To be in India, everything based on the results. If you solve a problem, if the answer is correct, then you'll get a full marks. If answer is wrong, then you'll get a zero. Even if the theory based, they need some, the answers are fixed. But at my university specifically, the evaluation was completely different, especially the thesis. Everything they see is like how you proceeded, the what approach you followed. Suppose if you have some powertrain simulation problem, okay, you need to calculate the resistive forces or something like that. You just like do the formula and get the results. If the results are correct, but you did some like you skipped some step, or like you maybe wrote some wrong formula, something like that, they don't give a marks at all. They'll give literally zero, because what they see is like this: they want to see the approach, not the results. They want to make you understand how the work flows rather than how we'll get the results. So this is the evaluation of exams. In the thesis, suppose we got a project, okay, we are doing something. So you have aim, okay, something like that. You can say uh, to calculate, we have a certain battery of some energy, to check whether this battery is capable of to driving this road or not. Okay, this is the object of the thesis, just imagine. And you are doing research, okay, but research, like, of course it will be like, based on research you can conclude that it can be used for the driving, or it cannot be used for the driving. For that reason, they don't want like the simulation results or just graphs and like something like that, some values and all. They want to see how deep have you done the research. If it's not if it's going on the, I mean, if it's driving on the road, means there might be some parameters, right, something, so which might be affecting. And if it's not going, means again there will be some parameters. So basically what they want to see is about your critical thinking, about like how much deep your thought, and the way you thinking, and the type of the process research you did, whether it is just like reading random papers and just getting the equations and just modeling and all. So they don't see results at all, to be frank. They just see basically how critical you are at a certain point, at any particular point. So even if you got, suppose for example, you have got equations from some research paper, so of course the research paper will be like, there will be like some good research paper, they are also like researchers, like well-known researchers. But still, people, if you don't know why that equation got still, and you used in the projects or like thesis anything, and you don't know reason behind that, you will be failed for sure. And it means it's like you also know that equations are like everything is correct, and even professors know those are correct, but you don't know why they are correct and based on what they are correct. If you're not done research, but yeah, you will definitely fail. This is the experience with like two of my friends didn't get degree just because of this. He had done very good research, but he was not able to explain to the professors like how we did, or like why he got that equation. If he got certain number like say 3 or 4, okay, if you like why you got that number, if you're not able to explain, then you are failed. So basically what I meant is like, yeah, everything is not about the results, it's about the way of the approach, the critical thinking, and the like how you do the research. So next, move on to the duration to complete the courses. So in the Netherlands, every year the visa will be extended. I don't know about other countries. Maybe in Germany they give the visa like they extend based on the universities, but in the Netherlands it depends on the universities. So basically we have the credits of 90 credits at our university. 60 credit is the subjects which we have, and 30 credits is the master thesis. So during 1 year of the completion, so minimum credits, actually we have like 1.5 years of course, which is 1 year of subject course and 6 months of the master thesis. But the maximum time to complete these things are like 3 years. Within 3 years, you should be having 90 credits. Even under this, after first year, you should have 60 credits if you pass everything. But minimum you should be having 30 credits, so that then only they will extend the visa. Suppose if you have 25 credits, 29 credits, or 27 credits, they're not going to extend the visa and they'll send back to the India. Because what they think about Netherlands is, when you can't just get a 30 credits out of 60 credits, which is 50%, then you are not capable for this course. So they don't want to, like, they'll say directly on face, you're simply wasting money and you are wasting yourself time also. Please find something which is helpful for you. So this is the best thing about the Netherlands, because in Germany, based on my experience, I know in the embassies, they just give the visa, they don't care about anything. Because most of the students, like, they are still in Germany, they are difficult to get the visas, sorry, difficult to get the degrees, and they are getting problems like one by one. It might be family problems, it may be whatever. Right, initially they might be very happy, oh, okay, they are not asking anything, I will get a visa and I can stay and all. But slowly, like, once you like, you will not able to finish as soon as possible, the problems slowly build on. It's not completely depends on everyone, but it's just my experience I'm sharing. So in the Netherlands, we have total 3 years, which is 1.5 years course. We should complete within 3 years, and after 2 years, you should have 60 credits, and within a 1 year, you should finish your master thesis. You cannot finish your master thesis, then the visa will not be extended. So straight away they will send you to the India without degree. So next, move on to the about career opportunities. Yeah, this career opportunities, like in India we have placement, something like that, but in Europe, as I've seen in Germany colleges or Italy as of France, there are nothing called like placements and all, but there will be a job fairs where like university will be like organizing job fairs at their university, where like there will be like hundreds of companies which will be coming at the one place, which will be decided by the country. It might be any other colleges or any some place or any convention hall office, something like that. So like there will be hundreds of companies coming, and there will be companies will be sharing about their like research and what they're exactly doing, and any job opportunities are there, any master thesis opportunities, any internship opportunities, everything. So like I suggest better like at least in the Netherlands and Germany, as far I know, there will be like every week there will be job fairs or like internship or something, automotive career day, something called. So it's always, no matter how busy you are, just try to attend those things, because it will help a lot in the getting the job once you complete the degree. Because initially I used to not attend. I was like, yeah, of course we can do the Indian mentality, because I was not knowing anything about much, and I did not get the idea. There's no one to explain me about these all things. So just like I went there, and initially I was like, no, oh, we'll go there, it's just waste of time, blah blah. But after like 1 year after completing my course, when I was finding master thesis, trust me, it took me like 5 months to find a master thesis. It was like so difficult, because in the universities at that time we had a projects, and like usually university will be having not much projects. Most of the university people will be expecting that you will get the projects outside. But best part of my university is that we have a research lab in my university. So hopefully I got a project. The reason why I delayed is like after completing the course, in my course there were 4 subjects: vehicle dynamics, powertrain innovation, powertrains, then autonomous vehicles, then system modeling, and then control theory. So as my interest was in powertrains, so I want to do the master's in powertrain. This is one of the important step once you complete your subject courses while choosing the master thesis, because now everything your like slowly career starts. So when you, if by mistake, like just for to complete the courses, if you choose your like okay, you are interested in powertrain and you choose vehicle dynamics, the next like once you start finding the jobs, then they will ask question, okay, what's your interest? You will say powertrain simulation. The next question directly below, why you did thesis in the vehicle dynamics. So either you should be careful while explaining them, like, okay, both subjects are interest for you, or like before joining the thesis in whichever subjects you don't want, just wait for some time, then definitely there will be projects. So yeah, that's the reason why I did for 5 months to get my master thesis, and it was one of the best project I got. So, and I worked for the municipality of my place, which is called Arnhem. Uh, so Arnhem at my college place, where I worked for the municipality of the my place. I did the project, real-time project over there, where I did the powertrain simulation model. So I did the real-time testing of the complete bus. I went inside the bus. I took the data, and then like I compared the model results and test results. This is the best part about the doing the master thesis. So one of the questions like earlier I was saying that how does it matters by doing the projects in BTech and the masters. In BTech, as far as I know, no one does like this type of real-time simulations projects. It might be a final year project, whatever. We just do the models, we get the results, and we'll show that okay, these results are fine. But trust me, it will change a lot to the real time. There will not many factors. So yeah, so if you do that masters, like you will get that exposure, like how the industries works, like how the industry people will be expecting you to do the model and get the results, and so on. Yeah. So but as I said about the career opportunities, it's completely depends on you. Like if you spend like finding the attending the career automotive career days, or any like if you keep on emailing to the HRs of the companies which you are, some people be having dream company, and if you like keep on checking their projects and applying on LinkedIn. So don't trust on the universities, I say. It's everything depends on you, like how much efforts you put, definitely you will get a job. It's not like that you will not get a job. And career opportunities with respect to Netherlands, yeah, just keep in mind whichever countries you do masters, they always teach what they require for the countries. It's not like what they require for the world. So if you go to like Sweden, it might be, or if you go to the Germany, just which is just next to the Netherlands, they don't focuses on the autonomous vehicles, because throughout the world, 70% of the Netherlands is focusing on the autonomous. 70% of the projects throughout the world are in the Netherlands only on autonomous. Okay, so that's the advantage. Like that's why we have a course of it's called intelligent system mobility, which is basically autonomous vehicles, which they teach about the advanced driver assistance systems and driver behavior, whatever it may be. So that's the best part, like about the Netherlands, which they have. And but yeah, again, if you want, if you do the master thesis in that, or if you focus on that, then trust me, definitely will get a job in Netherlands, because there is the booming subject right now in the Netherlands. Just imagine 70% of the researchers are working on that. Yeah, big company like TNO and everything. So that's the best thing. And about the, yeah, as I said, career opportunities, it depends on you. And yeah, there are many opportunities in Netherlands. It's not like that you don't have, but there are that many opportunities. So next, coming to the fees and expenses. So fees in the Netherlands, actually, there will be scholarship available for sure, but again, scholarship depends on your like bachelor grades, and you should write a statement of purpose why you need scholarship, and like what's your background. So it's there will be like many sponsorship will be there, but they'll be having certain formats for them, like for each sponsorship. Some people will just need statement of purpose, and some people needs grades, and some people needs like they just want to have an interview with you. They don't need any grades or something like that. So it's completely again different topic that you can. And if you want to ask about the sponsorship, better ask to the seniors, or there will be any like any staff of the college which will be responding for these type of emails. So we can better ask them, they will definitely help you. And about the expenses in the Netherlands, it's like at the Yarn University, the college fees was around like 17,000 euros when I went. And but right now, from last 2 years, what they made is like they made yearly fees. The 17,000 euros which I had paid was like full complete course, which was of like 1.5 years, which can be completed in 3 years. But now what they made right now is like yearly course. The reason being is like, okay, suppose like as I mentioned, within 1 year you couldn't get 30 credits, so they will send back you. They don't have emotions and they don't listen you, especially the Netherlands embassy. So that's the reason why they will take only 1 year amount, which is around like 8,000, so 9,000 or something like that. And then if you clear everything, then they will take the second year. If you don't clear, then they will send back to India. So that's the thing. But trust me, it's not like that you can't clear, or it's like it's tough, you can't do that, blah blah. And you might be heard any like what you can say talks or any comments about the colleges, this college is that, this thing, blah blah, because everyone tell about their own experience, right? No one says about like okay, even like if I get a bad mix, definitely I will say this, it's not good university, because the way of my thinking is completely different. So if you ask any topper, he will say definitely it's a good university. So yeah, as I mentioned earlier, we should see on projects and staffs, everything based on that you can decide that's the best way to do that, which I did. So yeah, about expenses in at right now in the Netherlands, our university, it's like that. And the living expenses generally, so like rooms and accommodations, everything is available. And like within initially first year, everything will be taken care by the university, especially about the ARN university. And as I heard in the Netherlands, the visa application is so easy that just once you get a admit, you need to just pay the initial some amount of monies which will be mentioned by the universities. And once you pay that, then everything will be done by the universities. But if you compare to Germany, everything should be done by you. You should do research how to do that, and like you should open the bank account, and you should put the money in that. Then you should get the statement, then you should request university for some up documents, and then they will send you. Then you should only approach to the embassy of the Germany in India. So these all big process there in India, in Germany. But in Netherlands, there is nothing like that. Just once you get a admit, you need to just send the documents, whichever extra documents whichever required for the universities, and then they will open the bank account, and they will provide you the SIM, and they will provide you the pickup service from the airport, whichever near airport, and everything will be done by him. This is the best thing about the Netherlands, which I felt, where you will not face any problem or any issues. And expenses, as I said, like per month, it will be like depends on you. If you are a party guy, or you want to spend, you want to roam more, you want to see, then of course you will spend more. But you want to like just study and see in the room and look around only nearby places, then definitely expenses will be less. But fees, it will be like around 17,000 euros. Maybe they might right now, maybe it might be 15,000 euros. I'm not sure about that. Yeah, but you can check the website and you can get it. So overall, as I mentioned, this is about the AN university, but whatever I mentioned right now with respect to projects, teaching type, evaluation of the exams and thesis, duration of the complete course, career opportunities, it's same throughout the Netherlands. Whichever university you take, Delft University you take, 22 University, TU Eindhoven University, there are many universities. Whichever branch you take, this will remain the same. And about the teaching, everything will be in English. There is no as such that it will be Dutch and something like that. Because in Germany or in France, there will be like always done subject, which will be in like Germany. It will be basic, but yeah, they'll be having some subjects. Very like some colleges might have not have that subject, but most of the colleges will expect you to be like have the German language or like French language, whatever. But in Netherlands, there is nothing like that. So everything will be in English. So you will not face any problem in that matters. So this is completely about education. So next, moving about the culture. So how the people will be, so how the living style, so whether it is safe to live and security, and mainly the climatic conditions. Because we in the Europe we have like it might go to, if like seen in the, I don't know, Mr. Winners explained, in the Sweden it will go around like -20s, but in Netherlands it will go around -10 in the peak winter lights. If you move on towards the like France and there will be like less temperature, not as much as this. Yeah, so personally, my experience, like I don't want to move to the cold place, especially for Sweden. That's the main reason I didn't choose that one. And like I want to stay within like Germany or Netherlands or France, something like that. Yeah, that's one of the reason I filter out the colleges as well. So about the safety and security, I'll travel so many countries in Europe. Trust, I have not traveled for Sweden, but I traveled the Germany, Prague, so many countries. But the best thing about the Netherlands facility is like full safety and full security. You can travel alone in the Netherlands without any problem. Like you might be thinking like I'm moving away, so how it will be, especially for the girls. Like, is it safe or like kidnaps or robberies and blah blah and all. But as I've seen from the other countries, Netherlands is one of the best and cleanest country where you'll be having full information and full security about anything you ask. And the reason behind this thing, why I'm saying best, is that in the Europe, Netherlands is the only country which speaks 70% English. So that's the best advantage. I stayed almost 4 years in the Netherlands. I just learned like 1 or 2 lines of the Dutch, which is a basic language of mother tongue language of the Netherlands. But I didn't get any opportunity, or like there was not a necessary to learn the Dutch, because if you go to shopping, if you go to the anything like universities, or if you travel by trains or wherever you go, whichever place you go, even if you like go to small shops, big shop, doesn't matter, everyone speak English. The best thing, if you, even if they don't know, they try to speak English. And about the people are so like helpful. Like you might be thinking that okay, everyone says like people are good at their own countries and all, but I'm telling based on my experience, which I moved to like especially Germany, France, and everything. Like I don't want to compare Germany itself, because Germany people are like initially they want to learn Germany before getting admitted. It's like they initially tell, so without Germany it's kind of difficult for you to survive in the Germany. So always you need a German language, and definitely we learn once you move to Germany, because the situation or conditions make like that. But in Netherlands it's not like that. Each and everyone speak English, and people are so helpful. They will like help you in they'll guide in each and every way. And there is no as such as like robbery, theft, or something like that. It's my personal experience. I lost a wallet which was around like 1,000 euros, and I have I mean bank card. So usually in the Europe, how the debit cards will be like, you can just like everything works through Wi-Fi. Just go and put it into the like swiping machine, then the amount is automatically deducted. No need of passwords and all. So somehow I lost the wallet, but like they find my name in the FB, they called me, and like they gave that everything. And he was like poor guy, okay, he's not like rich and all. So he might have taken everything, but he was like, it's like they are so kind people, they will help you. So this is the best like experience about experience in the Netherlands about the people. And the living style about the Netherlands is like they are open. They are like openness level is such a way that you might have not experienced this type of openness level. It might be the education way, it might be the college professor or whatever. They will tell directly straight on the face whatever it is. Like okay, if you're not doing, they don't feel that like okay, you will feel bad or you will feel good or you will feel emotions and all. They straight away direct, you are not capable of doing this, just go to India, whatever. You don't know how to do the projects or whatever. That's the best thing, because they don't play as per my experience, they don't have like something called second phases. where like talking in the front and talking front something and talking behind something like that. So that's the best part of the people, whoever it might be. If you go to the outside, if you go to the police, or if you go to the professors or students, everything. That's the overall about the culture of the Netherlands. Yeah. So based on my experience, I felt this is one of the, I take the word for safe, because safety is important as you move towards the other countries, and climatic conditions is good. The people wise, they are the best compared to the Germany, because in Germany, like some people will not talk to you if you don't speak a German language. Straight away they say that, like, they literally scold you in Germany. This is my experience, I'm telling. Even though he is like big man, or a big man in the sense like he might be the some rich guy, or some well educated guy, something like that. But in Germany, it's not like that. You might be also know that in Netherlands, the 70% of people travel with the cycle. Even though they have like big cars, Mercedes, BMW, everything, even though they are rich, they still travel by the bicycle. That's why Netherlands is full famous in the world. The reason being is like they respect to the environment in such so much that like they don't want to pollute the country or something like that. Why I'm telling this is just based on this, you can just think the available thought process of the each people, how keen towards the environment they are, and how how standard they want to live their life. So you can conclude that by seeing these many things, you can just think about how people will be and how they will help you. Hi guys, so this is overall about the masters in Netherlands. So I hope I have covered most of the topics which is required. So I think now we'll start with the question and answers. Yeah,
Fantastic.
so I can see that. Yeah, Suraj.
Very nice session overall till now, Prasanna. I mean, amazing insights. I think it's very hard to get some of this information anywhere. In terms of maybe how the academics will be, I think, and how the phase of the academics or the curriculums as a part of it. I mean, it's for me too as a person. It was quite interesting and definitely overall, like till the whole discussion now. Quite amazing. I think yeah, we can surely take up some of the questions from here on. Over to you. I'm sure maybe we'll try to address as much as questions as possible.
Yep.
Yeah. Over to you, Prasanna. Maybe pick something that you can definitely we can squeeze in the best.
Yeah, thank you, Suraj. Yeah, one more point I would like to add before going for question and answers. Uh,
Yeah,
like before going for masters, then okay, now there's like business going on, trend going on, consultancies. So first thing comes in mind is consultancies. So I had not taken consultancies. I went by myself. The reason being why I not taken the consultancies is like, if you go for consultancies, okay, they will see the grades, okay, and SOP will be written by them, how it will, how the colleges needs and the type of the format they need, and like they will see the grades and they will just say that like the 4 to 5 colleges, and they will say directly you might get one of the college disease. For example, suppose you'll be having some dream college, okay, and that requirement be high, but the consultants people will be having some basic requirements to go to that college. So suppose like for example, you might be having IELTS 6.5, which is the very basic, and the university people, sorry, consultants people will be expecting 7 from you, so that they can will then only will get the college. Even though still the college requirement is 6.5, they'll just reject the college by saying you that no, your IELTS score is less. But trust me, this is not the way. In the once you apply for the universities, the IELTS is just like it's a line. Above 6.5 they just filter, below 6.5 they will just reject applications. So everything depends on your grades, and the one more important reason is a statement of purpose. So if you go to consultancies, based on my experience, some of my friends did. Two of my friends I went through consultancies, and like we are 3 friends, we went through by myself. And among 2 people, one guy like didn't get the opportunities because they consulted people. I'm not telling they're bad or something like that. They just give the opportunity of 4 people, and this guy didn't consider other universities. So he was just depending on them. But you never know what the situation will be and how it will be. So and they don't say about the like out about the college, about the research projects, everything, and they just take money, and you will be happy that okay, I got the college and blah blah, and like I'm doing masters, I'll be happy and so on. So better, like I would suggest, like rather than going for consulting and paying so much, just spend like every day 2 hours of your quality time. So you will get a lot of things from the universities and university websites. Everything will be written in the website. It's not like that you'll not get each anything. And about the Europe, if you speak, you can message any university staff, there will be some people who will be waiting for, they will be replying for your emails. Definitely they will reply. It's not like that they won't reply. They may take some 2 or 3 days, but they will reply. But if you go through consultancies, you'll be not even knowing like what will be your CV, how it looks. So just like they are like, okay, some it's my own experience. I mean, one of my friends experience, he don't have any experience, he just started experience. In the CV, the consultant people just started experience and just like applied, and he got the masters. That's not a problem, but he faced a lot of problems after going there. I didn't face any problem because like I didn't research by myself, like because like yeah, one of the seniors from university has explained me some of the points, like how I explained for you people. So so it's better to go by yourself. It's a good one if you go, but yeah, at the end it's your decision. Yeah, guys. So let's take the question and answers. So there are so many questions. I mean, I can't answer everything, but I'll try. I'll just scroll them. I will see which one will be the good. Yeah. From Siddhant, comparison to German universities, I tried to explain as much as I. Then courses regarding powertrain simulation from Masters Netherlands and job perspective regarding the same domain in the Netherlands. Yeah, Shri, regarding powertrains, yeah, it's going good in the Netherlands because like the whatever the uh, engine vehicles they are like IC vehicles, they are completely making already they are made hybrid vehicles, and now they are switching hybrid into the electric vehicles. So of course electrical vehicle powertrains is like you have a lot of scope in the Netherlands with respect to powertrain simulations. Based on my experience, I only did my thesis in powertrain simulations. So Akash, Netherlands versus Germany versus Sweden. So I can't comment on this thing because like as I mentioned, every university will teach whatever is required for their country. Germany might be required something for their country, and Sweden might be required, and Netherlands might be required. As I mentioned, Netherlands is the only country which they have like autonomous vehicles included in the automotive system engineering or whatever automotive course. The reason being is they are completely focused on the autonomous vehicles. But if you go to Germany, they might be focused on something other parts. So if it's Sweden, then it's completely different. So I just can't comment on that, Akash. So Arjun, is ICGPA mandatory in Netherlands? Uh, yeah, Arjun, I can't say ICGPA. Everything will be like require. Like you should meet the minimum requirements. So initially, like before I was going, it was like 65%, and right now at my university is around 75%. So it depends on university. Then it will not cost more than maximum 75%. Some universities cutoff will be like 70%, and also it's not like about like just 70%. For example, okay, you might be having in bachelor's like some powertrain subjects or something, automotive subjects, IC engine, something like that. So you suppose if you're applying at my university automotive course, and if you're not good at like finite element methods, or like if you're not good at like designing methods, that's fine. If you're good at like engines, and if you're good at like powertrains, and if you're good at like not solid is also not required. So what I mean to basically, even they, if you send a transcript, they just not see the output results and they just give the admit. They see the what all subjects you have studied and how good you are at each subject. Does those subjects and the university which you are applying, like is it good? So based on that they will give the admit. So it's not just the output of the CGP. So documents required during application, I answer that one. Then yeah, masters in Netherlands, that also applied. TU Delft concentration vehicle engineering. Yeah, as I mentioned, like TU Delft doesn't have research lab, but yeah, they are it's a very old college. They are well experienced professors, I can say that. But placements I explained. Then how difficult it is non-formal student to join the formal team during M.Sc Netherlands. Yeah, Ankit, about this thing, it's completely your own interest. If I speak about my college, there will be like interviews and certain process to get into the formula team. Yeah, if you crack it, then definitely you'll be in the formula team. The good thing about in like all the European universities is that like if you are Indian, you should not come. Only we'll take the Dutch people or we'll take the German people. It's not like that. Like we'll study all together, and there will be no filters. You can just like do the whatever the process is there. And if you crack that interview, then definitely be in the formula team. So what are the processes I explained? Can I compare industrial experience with internship during bad? Can I compare for industrial experience with internship during BTech? Miss right after. Yeah, Ankit, definitely. If you have a good industrial experience, then you can definitely, for example, if you're applying for my college, you can't say that like, okay, I'd been to the designing company. I worked on the lathe machines. I worked on the chucks, and then I see how the production process was. This will not help you in getting the admission at my college, because it may be something on the real time projects where it will be like research, or it may be something model based development, or it may be something on powertrains, something like that. So yeah, again, it depends on like course and the industry what you have done. So yeah, I explained about regarding the university. If I am doing masters in US, about US, like I have not much idea. I have filtered the Europe because like based on only one reason, in US the expenses will be too much. The minimum expenses will be around like 40-50 lakhs. But if you go to Europe, I mean, I'm telling without scholarship, if you go to Europe, you will get around like 20-25 max. That's the reason why I choose the Europe. Yeah, about the part time. Yeah, in the Netherlands it's different compared to the all other countries in the Europe. In Netherlands, they don't allow you to do the part time work of certain hours. If you compare to Germany, you can work like around 40 not 40 hours, some 20 hours in a week. I mean, usually there will be 40 hours in a week, but you can work around 20 hours, maximum 20 hours in a week in Germany or some other country. But in Netherlands, maximum you can work like 6 hours or 8 hours, I guess. Yeah, 8 hours in a week. The reason being is like the government made in such a way that you should concentrate on the studies, not about the part-time jobs, because that's the reason why you came to studies, right? You're not came to do the master's part-time work. So that's the one of the good thing about the Netherlands. What you can say, government, they'll make you to focus on the studies rather than doing part-time. But yes, once you complete the degree, and they'll be having a search visa of only 1 year. Germany will be having 2.5 years. France will be having 2 years. I don't know about the Sweden. In Netherlands, they will give only 1 year. If you don't find job within 1 year, then you have to move back to India. So during that 1 year, you can do the part-time job, and that part-time job will be like full-time, which will be like 40 hours of the week. It depends on you if you want to do 40 hours or if you want to do just like 1 or 2 days. Yeah, it depends on you. But yeah, at that moment, once you complete a degree, you can do a part-time job. Yeah, Siddhant, as you mentioned, like why people choose the Netherlands, Germany other than Netherlands. Actually, one of the trend has changed, Siddhant. The reason why we, even like if you compare me, why I applied the Netherlands, German university, is that the German fees are less. The most of the fees which will be given by the government. So that's the main reason why people choose the German universities. And also, Germany has the like lot of many industries. So there will be like high chance or probability of getting jobs. But if you see the current situation, it is reversed. So German people have stopped giving the admit to the many people, and they increase the fees. That's the reason why the countries like Netherlands, Sweden, France, Italy, uh, people are going for the universities. And about the job opportunities, I already mentioned like what all the universities or the countries they teach, which whatever required for the country. So there will be no issue on job opportunities. Yeah, now we can like different. I mean, one more thing, you can differentiate based on the what you can say courses about your interest. So yeah, then you can decide German and Netherlands. Yeah, next I'll just quickly move on. So major difference between TU and applied science in Netherlands. Yeah, Ezilan. The difference between TU and applied science is like we study about whatever we study will be applied to the real time experience. But in TU it's not like that. They don't do the more real time experience. They just teach about the technically how to do and how you can do. But if you compare to the applied science universities, as I mentioned, they'll be having some real time projects. You literally work on them. You literally see, okay, what will be the results, how there will be result variation, and how it applied. So that's the reason it's you can see a clearly differentiate from the namings. TU is just technical university, and the applied is like we literally applied everything in the real life. So what are your views on TUE? Uh, yeah, Abhinash, I mean, I can't say exactly what are views because like you can't find the automotive courses in the TUV. There are some other courses, but TU is a good university where you can get a lot of different branches, and you will get it's a very old university, and they have a good old professors where you can get a lot of information from them. But if you want to do the research projects, as I mentioned, throughout the Europe, only AN as the research laboratory. Even Esslingen doesn't have, even Aachen doesn't have. So yeah, based on that, you can decide like yeah, TU or like whichever university is required. what's about the block account? How much should be needed? Yeah, as I mentioned, in Netherlands there is nothing called block account. Only in the Germany we have blocked account. Or in Netherlands, as I mentioned, everything will be suggested by the college staff or university staff. Just you need to pay the account to the university account, and then they will create one account on your name, and then they will transfer the money. So yeah. Next, can we do PhD after studying in applied sciences? Yeah, sure. You can do the PhD in applied sciences. The one of the best thing in Netherlands is like once you do the masters. Usually the masters course will be 120 credits if you go to the Germany or France. I don't know about Sweden. Italy, there also 120 credits. But in Netherlands we have 90 credits. But the even in the PhD only Netherlands masters in Netherlands people can do PhD in Netherlands. Outsiders will be not allowed to do the PhD in Netherlands. That's the best part of the like about the country Netherlands, because there will be a sure opportunity you can do the PhD in Netherlands once you do the degree in Netherlands. But you can, it's not like that you can't move away. But if you want to do PhD in other countries, you need to do some 30 credits extra course. It might be in some maybe some small project or one more something like that, research thesis or some small course. Yeah, you need to have 120 credits. But within Netherlands, you can do PhD for sure. Uh, yeah, Nandigam, like I don't know about the renewable energy. Maybe like 2 years back they started. I have not idea about it. Maybe you can look into the website. You'll get a better idea. Yeah, Vipul. Of course, research papers always help you to get the admissions in any universities. And again, yeah, it depends on like which topic and what subjects. So yeah, it depends on them. But yeah, definitely it will help to get the admissions. Yeah, Srinidhi, about the EV powertrain nowadays, like I studied at my university, I studied the course completely vehicle dynamics as well as powertrains. But from like last year, they made a selective subjects. Either you can choose powertrain or EV, sorry, vehicle dynamics. You can't choose both. So, how can we get maximum advantage of experiences in India for masters? Yeah, I mean, to get the maximum advantage of experience in like one will maybe internships, and one of the best thing about the getting projects, of course, Decibels is the uh, Decibels is providing a platform to get the projects, which definitely help for the masters. And basically, it might be regarding the general or technically whatever it is. So yeah, I think you can do the courses or projects, and if you have like enough knowledge and certificate, recognized certification, definitely it will have to go for a master's. And one more is research papers. If you have research papers, then yes, you can get that one. So Pramath, please tell us more about IELTS, how to prepare, and when is the best time to write it. Yeah, Pramath, if you decide to do for a master's, please complete the IELTS before of like 6 months before you start applying the, sorry, 1 or 2 months before you start applying the admissions. So always there will be two intakes. One will be in September and one will be in January. So if you are planning for September, then make sure that you will be completed IELTS by the end of February. And of course, like preparation is not as, it's not a great thing. It's not like the TOEFL, something like that. It's a basic English, listening, writing, speaking. So yeah, you like preparation is just like you can watch English movies, or you can read newspapers, or you can, they will get the books and series. You can just go through them. It's not a big thing. Yeah, guys. I think I tried to explain all the questions. Yeah, Suraj, over to you.
Sounds great, Prasanna. I think the overall a wonderful session. Definitely, I think that has brought it. I believe that has definitely brought a lot of insights for people. I mean, always sometimes I feel like truth is quite difficult, to accept in most of the cases. I think we have tried to put across a lot of things in detail, which was like the reality things over there. Um, I think I've also like discussed with some of my friends. It's pretty much sometimes it's a chilled out way that we just go there, maybe we'll figure it out, and all this sort of casualties. I think it's quite happy to know about Netherlands system in terms of like 1 year, and then like if you do not make 30 credits, and things will fall apart. I think yeah, it sort of brings in a quite seriousness in learning and things like that. I think quite overall, it's a good discussions into a place. I believe it has been a quite helpful thing for a lot of people who have participated. I think just share us some feedbacks. Um, I'm sure everything under the sky is impossible to cover up in a 1 hour session. Maybe some of the questions are surely something which we cannot be addressed in a discussion. nothing to be hidden about. So which you can always cover, which you can always cover. So I believe things like this would bring you a wider scope for learning and gaining some exposure to make right decisions. Um, I think from the next session onwards, the discussions or participation of these courses will be definitely private. So it won't be available for all the people, and I think it will be also partially charged for any of the learning purposes. So if you're interested, definitely you can take part. I think from now onwards, it will be more of a very focused in taking certain topics. Let's say we talk about taking a topic of curriculum, we take a topic of research papers, we take a topic of publishing research documentation, maybe we take a topic of scholarship, or maybe we take a process of writing a approach of applications, or what you should actually consolidate in your SOP, and things like that. For sure, as we always had Decibels, it's definitely not about we could give you something, a ready-made product. So we can let you know how we can make things, and definitely you're the person who's going to do that. And for sure, we're not a consultancy or somebody who could apply on behalf of you on things like that. What we can definitely help you is make you informed, make you well exposed, that make you better prepared when you even go there, or better informed to make your decisions into a place. I think with all of that insights we trying to bring, I believe it's been helping you to structureize your plans for further studies and masters. So thanks everybody, by the way, for joining in for the discussions today, and thanks very much, Prasanna, for making your time out and presenting the whole of these discussions for all of us. I really appreciate your time and efforts in making the discussions quite interactive. And also, thanks everybody, by the way, for being part of these discussions. And for sure, if you are very serious about knowing few things in detail, you can always write an email to me on suraj@decibelslab.com. Okay. Um, any specific things which you have concerned about, which you have doubts regarding, things like that, I think we would try to constructively create certain webinars on that topic. So I'm sure you're just getting an overview of it, but I think the next would be actually getting onto the ground and preparing the things. I think that's what we'll be focusing on. But we will be definitely having some sessions in general, like studying in Germany, studying in US, and studying in other countries also as well in the upcoming days. But I think our more interest would be focusing on how to plan for your curriculum, how exactly you can choose between certain things of the university. Maybe if you have to take up a scholarship, what are the things you should consider taking up a scholarship? Maybe publishing a research articles, like what they should consider really. I think we'll be discussing more deeper on those topics to make it more meaningful for you. So until I think for the next weekend, so definitely take care and stay safe. Um, and thanks everybody for joining in, and thank you very much, Prasanna, for presenting the whole thing in an amazing way and keeping everybody interactive. Thank you very much again. Have a good night ahead, and stay safe. Be in touch. If you have any questions, you can always write me an email on suraj@decibelslab.com. Maybe I can write my email here, suraj@decibelslab.com. So I kindly request you that any long required answers may not be possibly expected, but you could just write me what sort of things you're looking forward to learn or get an exposure. I think I could make some arrangements on that. Yeah. So fantastic. Until then, everybody, take care, and thanks a lot, Prasanna, again. And we look forward to see you in the upcoming weekends. So thank you very much, and good night. Take care. Bye bye. Yeah. Sorry, Prasanna, I can let you do that. Give me a second here. Yep, this one and this one. Yeah, Prasanna, I think you can unmute. Yeah.
Yeah, guys. I want to say thank you, Suraj, for giving me opportunity to speak up. So it was a good session, and thank you everyone for attending the session. Yeah, and thank you, Suraj.
Yeah, pleasure, Prasanna, and take care. Take care, everyone. Good night, and bye bye. Stay safe.
Yeah, bye bye. Have a good
Thank
day.
you. Thank you all.
Thank you.